thanks to Anthony for his wonderful speech, and if everyone could give him another applause. So, firstly, thank you all for coming here today to share this special day with us. Extra special mentions have to go to those who have travelled a long distance from Malaysia and Australia. It really does mean a lot to us that you could be here for us today. Well, I had written, before I go on, I'll try to keep this short, but that's a lie, sorry. 43 pages. But I'm sure you're all looking forward to the great food which Tina and the team have prepared for us today. No one more so, I'm sure, than Angie herself, who, like any self-respecting Malaysian, can't express how their day went without spending at least half the conversation describing how good the food was. I hope in the future that she can look back in fondness at our church ceremony, the reception, and all the wonderful people who have come here to share this day with us. But I suspect she'll probably just describe the profiteroles. So, to try and hurry it along, I'd like to continue quickly by thanking both our families for preparing us for today. Not just for the considerable work which you have put into making this amazing day go so well, but also for the years you've spent teaching and guiding us to make us the people we are today. Something which Lawrence brought up in his wedding to Ruth was that we rarely, if ever, talk about how fortunate we are to have been raised by such loving parents. But something I'd like to add to that is how proud we are of them too. Whether it's Mum for dedicating so much time to caring for people in her former job as a nurse, or for her endless skills in pretty much any craft she turns her hand to, or to Dad for always putting so much effort to getting to know and help those around you, whether they're friends, relatives, neighbours, or just random dog walkers who happen to walk past once a week. And to Anthony and Ivy, it's obvious where Angie gets her strength of will and her appetite for adventure from. I'm grateful that you raised such an amazing woman, and I hope we can go on to have as many adventures together as you both have. So I'd like to thank those who've put some time and effort in to make this day go so smoothly for us. There are a lot of you, so apologies if I don't manage to name you all personally. But so I'll just list these off. Thanks to Amelia for the cupcakes, to Jenny, Ruth and Auntie Heather for the cakes for this evening, all of which they do look delicious. I'm sure when you see them, they are great. But I can't mention cakes really without saying a huge thank you to Jenny and to my mum for the monumental task they had of baking and decorating the wedding cake, and I'm sure everyone will agree it looks fantastic. I'd like to thank those of you who helped to prepare the marquee for us and the church in the lead up to the wedding. To Clinton, Erin and Neville for your woodwork skills. Some of you might have seen some of the various wooden things which have been made for us for this day. And to Andrew for braving the night in the marquee before the wedding. I'm sure Grandad would have been proud of how you kept those pesky badges out. And I can't really bring up Grandad without mentioning how we wouldn't have been able to celebrate in such a beautiful venue today if it hadn't been due to his foresight and to his and Dad's constant effort in maintaining the farm. And of course, so my biggest thanks are to Angie for being so kind and so beautiful, putting up with my geeky ways. For those who don't know Angie, she and I met on Christmas Day 2013, and whilst we'd met a few times before, it wasn't until then that we really hit it off. I'd like to say that it played out like one of those soppy British romantic comedies, and that she fell for my wit and charm. But I suspect it had more to do with several glasses of mulled wine and a heavily fortified Christmas pudding. I'd like to spend longer describing all the reasons why Angie's such a special person to me. But I was trying to be brief, so I'll just list a few. She's adventurous. Whether she's hiking solo in the Alps or taking a year unpaid leave to come to the UK to study, she's always proving that she's willing to put herself out there. She's also caring, intelligent and beautiful. She's got a great sense of humour, although she only thinks half my jokes are lame, so maybe it isn't that good. And admittedly, and importantly, sorry, she's a great friend. One who I look forward to spending the rest of my life with. So, to my best man and brother, of course, thank you for everything you've done to ensure today went smoothly for us. You've done a great job so far, but I realise your biggest job is yet to come. Not the speech. I'm trying to keep Al out of the lake this evening. Finally, I'd like to thank Angie's beautiful bridesmaids, Amy and Karina. It's been great knowing that you were both there to support Angie and for being such good friends to her in what has been such a big transition in her life. A special thanks to Karina as well for the amount of effort you've put into preparing the flowers with Mum and for sharing your wedding expertise. So I'd like to ask you all to raise your glasses. Sam, raise your glasses, yeah. To the bridesmaids.
Oh, thank you.